Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Houston Rockets have made a huge signing. The Houston Rockets have signed Reggie Bullock, former Dallas Maverick and San Antonio Spur. Reggie Bullock has managed to play for all, or not play a game for all, but be on all Texas teams in the NBA throughout the last 3 months. He played his last 2 seasons with the Dallas Mavericks. Then, when the Dallas Mavericks completed a sign-and-trade, getting Grant Williams, he was sent to San Antonio in a three-team sign-and-trade deal. And the only reason, and San Antonio last week bought him out. The only reason they did that is because had a little bit of a large contract. They're going young. They really have no need for him in his contract, and it was expected that he wanted to be on a championship contender. And then he went to the Rockets. I'm not saying the Rockets aren't a championship contender, but in my opinion, they're a lot better than the San Antonio Spurs. I think everybody can agree with that. I don't care that they have Wemby, they have Keldon Johnson, and Devin Vassell and whoever else they have on their team, but the Rockets are way better. Ime Udoka is their head coach. I know they have Greg Popovich. Guess who Ime learned from? Greg Popovich. Fred VanVleet at the point guard, the young core of Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun, Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, Tari Eason, also Dylan Brooks adding into the table. Other team, Jeff Green, other players on this roster, very good roster, way better than the San Antonio Spurs, and now they add Reggie Bullock. This team needs shooting. Jayshawn Tate talked about it yesterday in his media day interview. Jayshawn said that we're going to be a better three-point shooting team this year than we were last season, and he said that he thought that this team last year could have been better at three-point shooting, but they just weren't. And he expects this team to be better at three-point shooting this year. And that was before the Reggie Bullock trade. This is a guy who, throughout his career, has been in the NBA since the 2013-14 season and has a career percentage from three at 38.4%. I think he's a great addition for this Houston Rockets team. Let's go over his last couple years in the NBA. We're going to go all the way to, we're going to go over his last 2 years in Dallas and his last 2 years in New York, and then I'll go over some of his best years of his career. All right, so 2022-23 season with the Dallas Mavericks this past season, he played 78 games with 55 starts, averaging 30 minutes per game. He averaged 7 points per game with 4 rebounds per game and 1.5 assists per game with 1 steal per game. His three-point percentage this year for the Dallas Mavericks was 38%. 2021-22 season with the Dallas Mavericks, 68 games, 37 starts, 28 minutes per game, 9 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, 1 steal per game. His three-point percentage that year with the Dallas Mavericks was 36%. 2020-21 season with the New York Knicks, 65 games, 65 starts, 30 minutes per game, 11 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, or 1.5 assists per game, 1 steal per game. Three-point percentage was 41% for the New York Knicks. 2019-20 season with the Knicks, played 29 games, 19 starts, 23 minutes per game, 8 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, 1 steal per game, 1.5 assists per game. His three-point percentage was 33.3%. So that's been his last 4 seasons, 2 with New York, 2 with Dallas. And then I want to go over some of his best years in the NBA, and his best year in the NBA was Detroit in the 2018-19 season. Played 44 games with 44 starts. Was ultimately traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in a trade deadline move, but he averaged 31 minutes per game that year with 44 starts in 44 games, with 12 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game, 1 steal per game, and his three-point percentage was 39%. That's the most points he's averaged in a season. That's the most points per game he's averaged in a season, and that was definitely a couple of years span with the Detroit Pistons. Was 2017-18 season, 2018-19 season with Detroit were really good. He averaged 11 points per game. 2017-18 season, 2018-19 season averaged 11.3 points per game again. That was the total season. 2018-19 season with the Pistons averaged 12 points per game. So really good year that year for, or really 2 years for Reggie Bullock, and he's had a very solid season over the last 4 years, 2 in New York, 2 in Dallas, and I think he's going to be a great addition to this Rockets team. A guy being signed to the vet minimum for a guy who has. And I don't think he'll do this with the Rockets, but has been a guy throughout his career since the 2017-18 season, has been a guy to give you 23 to 30 minutes a night, bring good defense, bring good three-point shooting, bring good scoring. I think this is a great addition for the Houston Rockets. He will be great for the Rockets off the bench. He's expected to have a significant role for the Rockets off the bench, and this is a very, very good signing. This is a great almost training camp signing for the Houston Rockets. And I think Rockets fans, they should have been happy before this signing. And now they should be even more excited for this season after picking up Reggie Bullock off the bench and will be the Kevin Porter Jr. replacement at the backup shooting guard. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed them, your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.